Yo, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Rush. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Friday's live stream. We got yeah, it's Friday. So today is 17th of July. We're gonna be trading the Nasdaq futures. Now, as always, I have my trusty monster with me, right? As always, I started the stream a little early today since I wanted us to go through the top down alone. Well, together, right? We're gonna do the top down for my Discord together. So let's head in on the Discord. I will just type out the date. Okay, cool. So what do we see on the weekly, right? What do we see on the weekly? Oh, sorry, the monthly. The monthly has a little imbalance, right? We have a little imbalance down below, but on the weekly, right, we're gonna go down a time frame. Let me just this. This is our previous swing point, right? This is our previous swing point on the higher time frame, right? And we can expect a trade going back into the 50%. That's what we can expect, right? So we're gonna do that. Let's see the swing count. So the swing count on the higher time frame is actually yeah, I would say this is 3 swings here. So we can rebalance all the way in this swing. Okay. If I go to the daily, we have finally, after days and days of work, let me just, you know what, I'll delete all of this. Yeah. Okay, so after days and days of consolidation, just going slowly lower, we finally reached the low, right? We have still yet to break it, but we have reached it, and that's a nice part, right? So we are at the bottom of the range. This is our range at the moment, and we have rejected from the top and we have rejected from the bottom, and what we're looking for, right, is that low, and that low can bring us higher, right, after this week. We also know that there is a monthly imbalance just down below. Let me just open. Yeah, cool. There's a monthly imbalance. Let me go on the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, we saw what? Structure, right? We saw structure forming. We had that double top that tapped the 50. Then we had the second swing, tapped the 50, right? And this is now our 4th swing, right? 4th swing on the 4 hour. If we just jump down on the hourly, sorry, the 4 hour, I will stay here because I do want to take note of this area, which is also, right, is also in this area. Right? This is also a double top. So what you can see now is us trading lower and lower and lower. We obviously close down below. We can expect a rejection out of that area. So I'm just gonna do a quick top down, right? For my Discord. Let's do the first, now the second, and now the third swing. That's what we're gonna mark out. So 3 swings to the downside on the 4 hours. So let's go on the hourly. A really clean zone here. You can also take advantage of this zone over here. If my memory serves me correctly, yeah, you could have an SNDR inside of an SN. So let me just mark out the level. This will be the level. Let's also, while we're at it, mark out the higher time frame low. So that's a potential target for price. I will let me do not the gem, let me do the protected. Cool. So we're just gonna mark out this is the protected high, right? This is the protected high over here. So if we do end up trading up above, yeah, okay, you guys can hear me. I thought my mic was muted. So if we're gonna trade up above, we can see a rejection here and then trade higher. But that's just for the TDA. That's the protected high now. We do have this MM, which I do see a tap of, That's why I'm saying that after, right? After that high is ran, we can see a rejection back, and so on. Let me just mark out this low. Okay, cool. Boom, and the high. Boom. Okay. The origin here, no significance. Other than that, I don't think there's anything I would add. Maybe the daily. Okay, yeah, the daily high is all the way up above that SNDR. We have Russ, welcome to the stream. There's a fractal, daily fractal, and just above it is the daily high. But I don't think that we're gonna have such an aggressive move coming higher for us to potentially grab that. We obviously have swept the inside, well, this was the that we swept, right? So I am gonna take note of that as well, and I am waiting for that low to be swept to trade back into the range. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it in terms of higher time frame. So I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this and just post it in my group. So we said, right, we got a monthly imbalance down below the low. We also said that high likelihood of us sweeping the 519 low and trading back into the range. The right, the was swept. We got an SNDR, a 4-hour SNDR. I will make it clear. It's a 4-hour SNDR at 595. And we also have what do we have? We have an up above. Yeah, I think that's cool. So I would be looking for longs. Yeah, that's essentially it. Yo, welcome guys, welcome. What do you have in store for me today, Friday? Let me just crack open my monster. I wanted to start the stream a little early, so I created the TDA with you guys. So you got so if, for example, I can name this live stream the TDA, right? How to do the TDA, because it's essentially just going to the highest time frame possible, looking, okay, we have this ginormous red candle on the monthly, but we also have that imbalance, right? That imbalance can tap and deliver us back into the range and then go lower, right? It can act as a sort of a support. But yeah, other than that, I don't think there's much more. Maybe the 3-month, but the 3-month hasn't closed yet. We have 2 months left. Yeah, the daily pizza has been broken, right? We have a closure down below. Well, not a closure yet, but yeah, so cool. Cheers, guys. Oh man, how much do I enjoy this? Too much. Alright, let me see. I have some areas down below. Yeah, so we had that that SNDR for the daily all the way down here, and I did want us to tap it and then move higher, but it had the very top of it. Really unfortunate, but you know what can do. Okay, well, I think that's it. So you guys have any questions? So we have pre-market, right? We have pre-market right now. Nothing really to trade. I do have my let me just open the copier. Yeah, the copier setup. I really love the new Apex copier. It just automatically does everything. I don't even have to do anything. Like it just automatically gives you the settings. I love it. So the hourly, if you were to take that aggressive entry, you would be already out on the hourly because this was an hourly right? And what the hourly when it swept, right, we had this lowest closing bearish candle, tapped the bearish candle, and then went lower. Yo, Roro, welcome to the stream. And it went lower, right? And then if you went for the resweep, boom, you will be already in drawdown. That's why I say have a POI that you're trading out of, and that POI for me was that low, right? Marshall's really happy for this bearish price action, and I am too. I'm gonna be honest. Let me see the 4 hour. We have a 4 hour. Yo, we have the 4 hour imbalance just up above. So that 4 hour imbalance did tap. Yeah, so looking at the OHLC, we have 825.50 the high and 825. Wow, so it went up by just 2 ticks. Tapped, and now it's delivering the low, right? But what do we know about imbalances is that the first imbalance usually puts in a new low after it taps. So I do have this area up above. On the hourly, it looks nice. You can refine it all the way down to this zone, right? You can refine it if you want, but otherwise these are SNDRs. Let me just mark it out. SNDR 4H, and then we have a refined SNDR, right? An SNDR inside of an SNDR. Here we go. So cool. Just a little pre-market analysis. I had an area down below here for us to possibly tap and go higher, and I was still bearish here, right? I still wanted price to go lower. I didn't have much bullish expectations, but I didn't know that we were gonna go quite this far. And of course, with the having so many taps, right? So many taps here, we obviously ran through the entire man. Would you take both, or would you take the smaller and TP at the bottom of the larger? I would take the smaller one and TP at the smaller one. So if I was to take this, I could just run the smaller SNDR because it does have the sweep, right? It does have a really nice yeah, but I don't think we're gonna pump for 1,000 points unless you guys have something to tell me. There is no news today, if I'm not mistaken. The calendar. So today we don't have anything. We have prelim, EOM consumer sentiment, and inflation expectations. So that's the only news that I see. Yo, Plastic, welcome. I'm tweeting. This motherfucker's going up. Yo. Yeah, maybe Wingsen will tweet. You never know. Yo, welcome. Hey, that low is getting closer and closer. We do have this small hidden S&D on the hourly, but I'm pretty sure everybody just tweet. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go for the low and then move higher. Let me see how far away we are. Yeah, we're only 100 points away, and with market opens we know that they're really volatile. So that hidden S&D might be tapped. Well, the 50 of it move for 1-to-1 maybe, and then move lower. I wouldn't, however, let me just see the lower time frame. Yeah, on the lower time frame I wouldn't be looking for any continuation shorts. I hope you guys know why. I hope you guys know why I wouldn't be looking for shorts here. We are still due for another swing, I think. But I wouldn't be looking like, yeah, we can do this and then go lower and then move higher. It's up to the markets. It's up to the markets. But yeah, Friday PA. We can't expect much. I short bottom of the range. We all short because flish fly. Because the pigs fly. I think we have an MM just on the 5. Yo, we have an MM for me here. But this honestly isn't the best case. Well, the best MM that's forming. Even if it does move higher and then tap the MM and validates it and then moves higher, I would not be taking the short. Now, I hope you guys know why. I still have target. We have this as a potential target. Yeah, it's the bottom of the range, right? I wouldn't be interested in any shorts, going lower, unless we do have some clear structure. A retracement, right? A retracement leg just going higher, creating 3 swings and then breaking that. You could see a leg going lower. Yeah, so that's basically my analysis for the pre-market. I did the TDA. So if you guys are interested, how I'm doing TDAs, you can rewatch the start of the stream. I did the TDA live, like the same one I do for my Discord, right? It was like the same one. I did note everything, but it is how I predict these markets. Yo, Rag, hello, good afternoon to you too, sir. Good afternoon. Really nice price action though. I'm not gonna lie, it's really nice. I would be looking mostly for longs, and I did get a question yesterday. I think it was a zone up here. So marking out this right as an MM. I'm not calling anyone out. I'm not. But just for future reference, this kind cannot be an MM. Now why? Because it's a flip, right? It's a flip, and with flips, we do not usually take them as MMs, right? And one other thing is, price was obviously moving lower. We had this protected high over here. It was moving lower and lower and lower. Now stopped at the low, right? At the low, we accumulated and then swept it, right? Would you be looking for any longs to go from here? I think I would rather wait for price action to form. Yeah, it is an aggressive long. It is an aggressive long. I don't think it delivered though. Let me see. If I just plot the trade over here. So 1 hour, yeah, it did deliver. Okay, it did deliver. But just like for future reference, just make sure to use swings. Make sure to use actual swings, but not origins / flips, right? If that's happening, and you're marking out this, that's wrong, right? And yeah, maybe you can find profitability with it, but it's not what we call an MM. The protected 1 minute high, or 5 minute if you want, is all the way up here. We have wicked it, so this is now a weak low, and we can look for that low to be swept. So we have market open in 7 minutes. How are you guys doing on this fine Friday? How are you guys doing? With this Asia, I didn't expect such a drastic drop with indices, right? This is like 3%. For market open yesterday, right? Where was open? Yeah, open was all the way here with New York open, right? We dropped for 3%. Yo, Tiga, welcome. Man, I asked you guys, how are you doing? And nobody answered. No losses taken, so all good. No trades either, but we focus on the positive. Yeah, the positive is we're following rules. That's I mean, I did take a loss, but I would take that trade again. So where was it? Yeah, I wanted to take this short, but it was directly on market open. And I didn't, and I just watched it deliver, and then I had another short, right? Which was all the way here, like this zone, and it tapped, and it gave me some profit, and then went to the stop loss. It can have winners all the time, you know. Can't have winners all the time. I'm making tea. Yo, nice, doing all right. Green on some, red on some. Yeah, you know, that's trading, you know. And we're trying to preserve as much capital as we possibly can. We are, however, in this flip right now, and with this flip I wouldn't really classify it as a potential entry, since no high was put in, right? We would at least need this high to be put in. And look at this bearish structure going down. Yeah, it might deliver, but I'm just looking for the low now. That SNDR delivered? Oh yeah, the small one? Yo, it did. In fact, it did deliver. Yeah, the small one over here. It's such a small one in a bearish trend, and it did not only deliver, but it created a Drake candle. It was 45 ticks. It was 45 ticks. Yeah, congratulations if you took that. I mean, look, if it's part of your trading plan, then go ahead. Longs at the bottom, exactly. Longs at the bottom. I agree fully. And I am gonna be looking for only, well, if there is a short setup that obeys my rules, I will take it. But if there is no short setup, I will stick to my rules and I will take longs. But I'm pretty sure a short setup today would mean to retrace all the way up into here. So only looking for longs now. So an optimal scenario, what I would like to see, let me see. Yeah, this is also a 15-minute, but what I would like to see is a 15-minute closure down below this low, a trade higher, and an SNDR present here to take it higher, and then the second swing, right, and then the third swing. That's like an optimal case scenario that I'd like to see. So sweeping that low entirely. It you know what would be crazy, for the 4 hour. I think it's the 4 hour. Yeah, okay. It would be crazy because this 4 hour, if you had a buy stop here, it would have been filled and immediately went into drawdown. Immediately went into drawdown. But we have pre-market. What is the market doing? Yo, what are we doing? Yeah, I mean, this is nice because we do want to see the low being swept. But yeah, this is pre-market essentially, and I said, yeah, we can have a rejection out of this zone to, you know, deliver that 1-to-1. I'm not so keen about it being an entry though. Wouldn't fit my rules personally. I am looking for it. I made too much right now. Yo, we trading already? Yo. Pre-market, it's 1.5 minutes to market open, so make sure to that's a good problem. Yeah, that's a good ass problem, exactly. Yo, man, I made too much today. No, man, losing 50%. Oh shit, that's fine, Tiga, don't worry. Just take the trades as you normally would. It doesn't matter. You're gonna maybe have to trade, maybe one more trade. I hope you weren't that over leveraged. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's gonna even out. It's gonna even out. Probably. Yeah, 3 micros on that move, that's not that bad, don't worry. That wasn't a huge move. That's like $300, right? $300 worth of risk. Which is not that bad, just don't worry about it, man. So yeah, I wouldn't really classify this origin as an entry. Oh, that would be so fire. We got 20 seconds to market open. Alright, let's see. What does it have in store for us today? Is it gonna be major bearish action or no? Imagine that candle just teleporting to the low, that would be fire. Okay, so we got market open right now. Candle close up above. That origin delivered. I could make 625 at most on the day. I'm up 720. Yo, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. Yo, JD, welcome to the stream, buddy. Tigao, if you just take trades as you normally would, you're fine. Don't worry. If it's only 120, well, $100 of difference, just take one more trade and you're gonna be fine. Because it does like even out. You just, your total profits are gonna be, well, are gonna have to be higher now. It is crazy how you made that much. What kind of account are you running, if I may ask? So, of course, we do have a couple areas up above. I will not mark anything out because we can have a double bottom here. A double bottom means usually what? A sweep of the first high. Right? A sweep of the first high. And then a sweep of the second, which is, yeah. I said that I am expecting the low. Now that doesn't mean that it has to go right now. So please, guys, if you what is R of this week? It's -1 R, JD. I'm in the red, I think. No, it's -0.5. But yeah, almost break even. Like 1 R doesn't mean anything. Could have been better. Could have been better. I did make a mistake yesterday. Oh no, it was, yeah. No, it was on Wednesday. And I almost like, I don't know. I did make a huge mistake. And that being, I'ma just, well, obviously we don't have this small zone over here. I wouldn't trade this. Yeah, you can scalp it, but on a lower time frame. So let me just show you the mistake that I made. And I think you guys know. Yeah, so it was this zone, right? We had this zone. I did have a 7 micro. Well, I wanted to enter with 7 micros, right? I never switched to NQ, by the way. Like, I rarely switch to NQ, like never. I had this position on my 150, and I went in with 7 minis. Like, this never happens. And you know, I was like, okay, delivered. I didn't even check it. Because I was like, okay, it's a passive trade, like, I guess, yeah, okay, delivered, that's fine. Then end of day comes around, I go and check the Tradeify dashboard, and the account's negative. And I'm like, yo, chat, what happened? And I did make the mistake of jumping in on NQ instead of MNQ. So that was a bummer. Because I risked way too much money on that account. But yeah, I would have been up 4 hours on the account. So I was already up 350 on the day on my 225k Lucid Flex. Couldn't add TP on. Oh, that sucks. I hate that TradeAway doesn't allow us to have bracket orders and copy trading. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. It's really simple though. You just have to right click and then sell, and sell limit for a buy, and sell stop for a TP, right? Oh well, vice versa, whatever. Yeah, it's nice though, but yeah, the bracket order, if the orders, if they don't work, they don't work. Um, you have the ability to use stops though, which is nice. That low is gone. It's gone. I was doing that all that while price dumped. Oh, yeah. Maybe don't trade in volatile markets. If that closes down below at a 15-minute, ooh, yeah, okay, just skip this. I wanted to say, yeah, this would be an SNTR, and I was like, okay, wait, this is a higher time frame low. Did you see Dave's new indicator? I did, yeah. And for a while, he was not an advocate of indicators. Taki, welcome to the stream, by the way. He was not a fan of indicators. I was like, why do we have an indicator now? Because he was not only shitting on them, he majorly disagreed with the idea of indicators. And then he started building his own, and now he has his own indicator. I didn't go as far as reverse engineering it, but I can. Yeah, the indicator is gonna boot camp. Yeah, maybe. What does his indicator do? Yeah, it gives you buy and sell signals. Yeah, whatever makes you money. Yeah, exactly. If indicators makes you money, like, I guess. Okay, so we did sweep that low, but we haven't swept the higher time frame low as of yet. I do have this. Okay, cool. Let me just make it a little better. I do want to see that. I want to join Dave's Discord, not free. No. Whatever makes Dave money, yeah. So he does go back on his word sometimes. Yeah, sometimes. Oh, look at that. So yeah, I know that we called that low while it was all the way here, but that low was called when the was swept. I said that that low is my target, a POI for a potential long, right? Yeah, sometimes he does go back on his words and it does suck, but hey, nothing we can do about it, right? We can have our own opinions, we can have our own yeah, the day is over. Oh yeah, so with that higher time frame low being broken, what do we know? Order flow changes, right? We have accumulation possible here. This would be the M1 SNDR, because on M5 it does look like a fractal, almost, yeah. And on the 15-minute it is, right? And on the 15-minute we have 7 minutes left till closure, and it's dumping, and it's dumping really bad. Let me see. Yeah, so we got 100, yeah, almost 200 points. Yeah, plus, yeah. OPEX? You mean Apex? So what do I have here? Just basic structure. This would be the SNDR. I am not trading this. I'm looking for longs, right? I'm looking for strictly longs today. A short setup would have to like be an A plus today if I was to take it. This like have two downwards Oh yeah, you're right, yeah. So we have, yeah, almost, yeah, we have one here, and we have one here, which are, you know, two of the MMs. What you can see with this is a small move back into the range and then go higher, and a small move and a small move. Just short scalps, yeah. We do have two MMs, but I'm looking for a 15-minute closure down below. Man, this is just dumping. Like, what is the market doing? I mean, I'm glad that we're finally moving, but that's just moving. If we trade all MM and SNDR, can end up... No. That's it. I mean, if you're not incorporating structure and where you are in price, if I was to just take this, for example, no. Right? Where are we? We just swept a higher time frame low. A higher time frame low. Am I expecting this to deliver? Maybe. But I am for sure not trading it, because it would be going against rules. You gotta have rules, because if you don't have rules, you're gonna end up trading everything, and you're gonna end up tilting because you're not gonna know what works. You gotta have rules in place, because rules are there to mitigate the non-working parts of the strategy, right? Or the non-working parts of your strategy. If you have an MM, right? If you're trading MMs and you tend to lose at the bottom of the range, right? You have an MM at the bottom of the range, for example, a short like this, right? And you want to take it to go lower, and you end up losing most of the time. It takes you out. Wouldn't you want to implement a rule that, you know, just mitigates that loss entirely? It makes the PA volatile because of options expiring? Yo, okay, I didn't know. Let's say the 15-minute closes up at the 1 hour sweeps. Would you take that SNDR? Because it's... okay. If... Why are you guys asking me this? Do I need to zoom out? Yeah, I mean... I am overall, right, on this price action, I do see us tapping this and then going higher, right, over here. I wouldn't really be interested in shorts here. That's not... yeah, no. I'm sorry, Tiga, but I wouldn't be interested in any shorts here. Yeah, maybe higher. Yeah, definitely, but not here. But this is dumping though. This is really dump. I can't believe we finally out of the pizza pattern. I mean, we're off my screen already. Let me do this. Boom. We're also dropping, and yeah, the M15 is probably gonna close below. I mean, you can take it if it's by your rules. Let me ask you, which swing number? Which time frame does this swing belong to? This? And which swing it is in terms of swing count? On Sunday, which team you're supporting, Spain or Argentina? I see. A good question. Okay, I'll get back to that. But I was talking about the general. How do you look at M15 closer but H1 or 4 hour sweeps? If it's a 15 minute let's say it's a 15-minute swing, I would look for a 15-minute closure. If it's an hourly swing, I would look for an hourly closure, right? An hourly closure for an hourly swing, a 1-minute closure for the 1-minute swing, a 5-minute closure. Do you see the pattern here? Yeah, if we do sweep something significant like this to the left, I would rather hold out and wait for a better setup. We tap once the daily imbalance which led to the current round. Where's the rounding? Yo. Where's the rounding? I'm sorry. We have been just straight shitting now. I'm sorry, Ahmed, but yeah, I'm not trying to make fun of you, but we have just been straight shitting down. Yo, the Shum tweet is coming soon. Yeah, maybe, maybe. It's Friday. We can't. Oh, the daily or weekly? I'll check. It's rounding my eval to 0. Are we full porting these levels? Yeah, Ahmad, what did you mean about that rounding? Because if we're looking at the daily, yeah, where's? Oh, you mean the rounding like this? Oh no, we still have some upside for the daily, definitely. Great swing long opportunity. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I would agree with that, but I'm not a financial advisor. But I do agree with the swing long opportunity. Definitely here, I would be, if I had a Roth IRA or if I had an investment account, I would be straight buying like a whale here. Oh, the daily time frame. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is some rounding here. Yeah, of course. But with the rounding, you want to see swings form here. There's only one swing, and then we had, just a move lower. So this can be just a higher time frame retracement to eventually go higher, right? I mean, of course, we are still long on indexes. We are still long on it. But if you are to short the 50-minute close below, but if you are to short this area, let me just say, observe, please. Observe what this is doing. If it's doing a V-shaped recovery, you might want to skip that trade. Okay, the V-shaped recovery. With the loss that I took yesterday, I think it was yesterday. I didn't even notice there was a V-shaped recovery happening until it was too late. Right? So I make mistakes too. Right? I sometimes make foolish mistakes too. But hey, it happens, right? With taking trades, every single trade you can take a mistake. So please be mindful. Please be mindful. Yeah, no worries, no worries. With the rounding, you just want to see price do this. Oh, fine. Let me do. Yeah, okay. So I have swings, getting closer and closer to each other, and then you have the sweep, and then lower. Like that. So yeah, if you are taking that SNDR, be mindful. Is it a V-shaped recovery coming into your area? Right? What did I miss? Benny, everything. So at the start of the stream, I started at 9:05 today. We did a top-down analysis. I did the top-down analysis, the same that I do for the Discord. Like the same process. Like, what do I go through? I just look at price, just mark out all of the POIs, and then post it in the Discord. And that's exactly what I did. If you want to learn how to do TDAs, I think this stream is a good opportunity to solidify that. But yeah, good morning. Good morning, people. Especially now that we have swept a higher time frame low. If this just goes whoop, yeah, I'm sorry, but you ain't seeing me in that trade. It can deliver 1,000-fold. It can go tap this to the tick and then deliver a million R, and I still would not have taken. I would still feel no remorse. Zero. Because why? It wasn't a part of my strategy, right? So the protected high is all the way up here. Let me just mark it as the Protected. Okay, never mind. We're not gonna be marking shit. Protected high. There we go. So this is the protected high on the 15-minute. For clarification, right? Let me just snap it. So you can see a small scalp here, yeah. But with these areas, it's so small, the zone, that I wouldn't really pay attention to them. Look for MMs that are relative to the PA. If MMs are not relative to the PA, for example, like small fractals, don't take them. Like they have to be relative to the PA. That's why it's so hard to for example code an MM indicator. Yeah, you can code a swing count, for example. Of course you can code a swing count. But it's really hard to code an MM, because what do you identify as a tap? Is it trading to the 50% and going lower? Is it trading like this and then it's gonna be 5 taps? Yeah, they hyping an indicator. Yeah, I didn't expect that either. But it's drama, right, guys? I think you still need the knowledge of the course to use it, of course. Like, no indicator can be used on its own, otherwise we would have like 1,000,000% bots, right? Yeah. What Christo said, exactly what he said. Yeah. I think we all know what's coming. I can see using AI to create indicators. That would change Dave on those new type. Yeah, I mean, but how is an AI better than a human that knows how to code? They practically have the same knowledge, right? If a human knows how to code and a human knows how to trade, then he can create an indicator easily, right? An AI can do both. So both existed prior to AI. I mean, traders and coders. Check YM. Let me check. Hold on. Let me check. YM1. Oh. Oh. Did it perhaps sweep a low? Oh. Okay. So on YM now we do see that rounding, right? Look. On YM we do see that rounding. So swing is getting closer and closer to each other. And now we have that problem. But damn. Damn, was that a sharp move. What was that? 500 points. Yeah. Goddamn. On market open alone. Jesus. I mean, NQ is moving more. In comparison to YM, NQ, just the shift. Wait, what was that percentage? So, we did 1% here, and on YM we did 1%, right? So it's comparable. But YM has been moving a little slow lately. So as I said, if there is a V-shaped recovery, try not to. I mean, use LLM to find patterns. Yeah, okay, that the patterns, yeah, of course. Machine learning, you mean? But machine learning has existed for years now. Machine learning is and has existed, and people have been using them on markets, right, to find patterns, the most profitable patterns. You just have to have a large sample of data. Oh, and I just spilled my monster. So try to follow your rules, guys. Try to follow your rules. What do you guys see? I'ma just ask you. what do you guys see happening in the market right now? Do you guys see price maybe going lower? Do you price see rejecting from somewhere? I just want to hear your guys' opinion on price right now. Yeah, okay, solid. Backtesting experience and patterns you recognize will shape your rules. Bam, bam, and spot on, Ahmad. Spot on. I could not have said it better myself. Very strong bullish momentum. Okay. Very strong bearish into bullish, right? Right? Yeah. Also known as a ICT traders would call it a liquidity grab. We would call it a V-shaped recovery. You know, a flip. Okay, a flip. Okay. We could have a flip here on the 1 minute, but the 1 minute, the protected high, I would classify that as the protected high, Jeff. Yeah, this was like an early flip, of course. I agree with you. I see a consolidation coming along. Yeah, okay. Good eye, Winston, good eye. So a consolidation because of the swept higher time frame low, we could see a higher time frame consolidation. We don't really expect a lower time frame one happening just right now, because you can't expect, like, we ran a higher time frame low, so a higher time frame consolidation can occur. And that means the lower time frame can go jigsaw like this, and it will still appear like, whoa, what's happening? But if you go on the higher time frame, you're just gonna see consolidation. We're seeing a run from a higher time frame low, from the low, to build some energy to sweep it and test the ATH. Okay, Benny. Okay, we're targeting ATH. Okay, that's 3,000 points away, but okay, I can maybe get a yeah, because yeah, we did sweep a monthly candle low, Ahmad. Oh no, not Ahmad. What am I saying? We did sweep a monthly candle low. That's why I had it marked. That's why I would not be looking for shorts. And of course, the hourly is sweeping. Oh my. Yeah, with the 15-minute, if you have an order here, look at this. You were looking for a 15-minute closure, you got a wick. Goddamn, that's a down up candle, if I ever saw one. Wow. So if I had an order here, that would be canceled twice already. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, if it does deliver, I'm sorry if I made you not take it, but I would never go against this. So if it does deliver, congratulations if you took it. If not, then you may know why. It's just, building those bad habits. That's all. I would not be wanting to I would not want at all for someone that I want to succeed still be on those bad habits, like taking these kinds of trades. I would not want them taking these kinds of trades, because there's always a better opportunity out there. There's always a next day, there's always a next week. So recoup, right? Breathe in, breathe out, whatever you have to do. Just take your time. But nothing but green candles. Nothing but green. God damn. Oh, that protected high is looking hella juicy right now. I'm gonna be honest. Man, this is a banger. I'm sorry, but I'm just, vibing right now. Because all I can see is green. All I can see is green after green after green after green. So we can reject from this I'm just not saying that you know, use it as an entry. I'm just saying that the lower time frame, yeah, it's gonna reject, do its thing. I am still looking for that though. This looks solid. This looks solid. So what can happen here is that gets tapped, right? We also have an origin here. So we have an origin here. So that gets tapped, delivers maybe a 1-to-1. And what do you see then? An SNDR, right? Price basically delivering. That's how you build narrative. I would short the above Which one? This? Did you backtest it, Ahmad? And be real with me. Did you backtest it? Enough to, you know, claim? Because yeah, you can use. I have backtested both origins and the origin Okay, the origin yeah, it aligns. Ooh, that's case in point for the SNDR. Man, I could make this into a video of its own. Look at this. Why don't we take V-shape recoveries? Oh gee. I'm sorry if you took a loss on this. But I had to. I was clear. After that low gets swept, yeah, it did go lower, but look at this. It did go lower. Yeah, it didn't go exactly from the low. It did sweep it though. Look what it did on the 15-minute. Yeah? Now, you have a down-up candle that you can fib, right? And that down-up candle just maybe a wick on the hourly, right? So I just do this. Potential. Oh yeah, this bullish volume. If you're shorting this, I salute you. If you're shorting this, you must have balls of steel. But yeah, you can get a rejection here. I am looking for a rejection just because I want that SNDR to be put in, not because I'm shorting here. I am longing if an SNDR presents itself. Okay, I'm gonna be honest and clear. Let me be clear. I don't have any entries here. I will have an entry if an SNDR presents itself, and there is a 15-minute closure above the protected high. Those are my rules. Bam. That origin is also that. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Oh god damn! Look at look at this. Oh, wow. So yeah, a small rejection from the origin would be nice. But the way this is going higher, concerning for all the sellers. I said that I would sell if in a good opportunity presents itself, but this is not a good opportunity. This is not a good opportunity. Yeah, concerning, yeah. I mean, if it doesn't reject from the origin, I don't have a an SNDR, and therefore I cannot long until the second swing is in place. So it would be really nice if that happened. Here we go. I am looking to buy. I want you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna go into a yap session a little bit. I am looking to buy a new computer. I'm looking for an RTX 5070 and a Ryzen 7 7700X with 32 gigs of RAM. That's what I'm looking for. It's gonna be quite expensive, but hey, I have to because I need everything to work. I can write it off as a business expense. Bam. So obviously tapping that. Ooh, ooh, god damn. Let me see. Yeah, the 15-minute would be nice if there was a fract on the 15. If it wasn't just a. Ooh! 4K help in trading? I have a wide screen. Currently trading on a wide screen. 1440. And that's a 34-inch monitor. Right? A 34-inch monitor. And I love it. I love it. I would go. It's a controversial take, but I would go for an ultra wide, a G9, and not only the G9 but the G9 Neo, the 50 whatever inch one. That was a nice rejection from the origin. It was. It was. If you took it. If you took it, it was. On the 5-minute, yeah, looks like a fractal is forming. Ah. Yeah, I mean, we have Marshall got out B again. That sucks. That sucks. Oh, Chris. Oh, I see. You took that S&D. I see. Okay. That was a nice one. Okay. I would not take it. It's sad the V shape was scary. Yeah, the V shape. That V shape got everyone scared. Not only you, the retail and everyone. the institutions. Nah, I'm kidding though. The institutions don't care. They trade on larger time frame. This, so for them, you know, it's pocket change. I know that SNDR was not. Yeah, it wasn't an A plus trade. Yeah. But hey. Yeah, the longs are delivering. The way that I have seen Marshall get the way that I see Marshall getting molested by the markets, it's uncanny. Uncanny. ICT traders, I've seen them. Oh. Yeah, that's ICT for you. I mean that just goes to show, like, yeah, one strategy is gonna bloom one time, and once the other is gonna bloom the other, meaning being profitable, right? Both strategies are profitable. I'm gonna say it because I do believe it. If you put in enough time, that both strategies can be profitable. It's just, you know, bad luck, maybe bad execution, but I don't think Marshall has bad execution, so because I've seen how much he backtested, right? And I don't think it's bad execution. So on that note, in this area we have two kinds of people involved. First, short covering, second, buy the dip guys. So you got the buy the dip guys, and you have, yeah, first short covering. yeah, that's true. That's true, Benny. Exactly. I wonder what SpaceX is doing right now. I'm gonna just take a quick look. Okay, so it opened at Rush. No, Rust, my bad, Rust. That 150 long. That oh oh. I'm sorry. I wonder if this has potential to put in a good SNDR. Would be nice. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Let me see if there's gonna be a 15-minute closure. If there's gonna be a 15-minute closure, so we have 5 minutes. Yeah, I might end up taking that area down below. You know, the origin one, just ping ponging in that MM. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I'm waiting for the high, to get swept and, you know, closed up above. Oh yeah, did you guys count the taps here? There was 1, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, maybe. I mean, barely. Did this deliver a 1-to-1 or not? 68, barely. I really need a good, a good short setup to short, right? That's why I'm taking longs here. I'm just waiting for it to close up above. Let me see, 1-5. Yeah, just waiting for that closure up above. There was a little one before the second one, really? Oh yeah. That's why I say MM is relative to price action. Okay, the touch is relative price action, and MM is relative price action. If you just look, there is a good rule of thumb for the touches to at least deliver a 1-to-1. Now, this delivered a 0.75, because if you were to count every single little touch here, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 touches. 7 touches on this. And I am personally, if this closes up above, I'm looking for that. Yeah. Something along these lines. Is that how you classify the touches? Yeah, so it being relative to PA, yeah. If it's, yeah, the 1-to-1 is a good, like, indicator of what a touch is. If you just zoom out, you'll see how many touches it has. So it has 1 and 2, right? It traded in, out. That's 2 touches. I'm taking this only if the higher time frame closes up above, and the higher time frame still has 2 minutes. It doesn't look like it, but sure as hell hope that it does. I am not looking for any shorts here. I'm sorry guys, but I'm just not. Yeah, you could write it in your notes, and test it, and back test it. But yeah, it has 2 minutes. We said, right, on the MM. It would be a comfortable long if it closes up above. Yeah, just right now this candle is not too convincing, but I guess time will tell, right? It's just a little over a minute now remaining on the 15-minute candle. The 15-minute candle doesn't look too good. If it does end up waking, you have to see another 15-minute candle go higher and close up above. Otherwise, you have a weak low. Yeah, that sucks. And the 5-minute too, right? The 5-minute is waking as well. So there is no confirmation for me yet. And there's 30 seconds and we are lower than the high. I gotta have my confirmations. That's how I keep my win rate so high, because with no confirmations you would just be taking everything, right? And if this ended up waking, yeah, what's the next step? Yeah, just plow through, right? Ten seconds on the closure. So no 15-minute high has been put in. Therefore, I I have to wait for another one, another candle. Unfortunately, I could go against my rules and say, yeah, okay, I'm waiting for the 5-minute, but I'm not. I'm gonna wait. Yeah, this might end up tapping and delivering, but just without me. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. What a candle. What a candle. So I still see this, like, just the move alone, I do still see bullish momentum. There is quite a few areas left unmitigated up above here, that you could still see reactions from. But overall, we did mitigate a lot coming down, right? These areas mitigated themselves as they were trading down. Damn, I'm glad I'm just watching. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Like this, well, it's Friday. We don't have to expect anything major. But yeah. I think I drew this incorrectly because it should be 144. Interesting. Okay. Another 15 minutes. Another 15 minutes that I have to wait. So waiting until 10:30. Let me see if there's any areas. Yeah, I mean, it's an unmitigated area, so you can see a tap of the 50 and then it trading lower. God damn. Look at the volatility. Look at that. The volatility is crazy. I am working on an app, by the way. I'm just gonna say it. I am working on an app. But first things first, there will be an video released this weekend. This weekend we are gonna be releasing the video. I am gonna go as much into detail as possible, what to take and what not to take, but it is coming this weekend. So make sure you stay tuned, right? And when it drops, make sure to share it with your friends, right? I mean, of course, if you already have your strategies, it doesn't affect you. It is a good thing to backtest. It is a good thing to backtest. You know, get a couple of reps in, see how much it delivers, how much does it not. You know, get like 50 entries on it, and then you kind of see the overall path that it leans into. Is it something that I could incorporate in my live trading? Is it something that obviously I could never incorporate? Like, let's say you go and backtest MMs, you trade like 100 trades and your win rate is 40%. Are you gonna go and implement that in your strategy? Of course not, right? That's why I say better to backtest the model and realize what your win rate is. Like, go and look for your win rate. Is it high? Is it low? Where do you keep failing? What do you struggle with the most? Because if I'm honest, if I had a one-on-one mentorship, that's exactly what I would do. I would force you guys, well, whoever I would be mentoring, to backtest, right? If there's something that they're struggling with, yeah, I would fix, well, I would give the advice on how to fix the issue, but we would be backtesting a lot. Damn, this is just, it's kind of sad to watch, but 10 minutes left on the candle. So no closure above that previous swing, yeah. Looks like rounding is starting to appear too. No closure up above, meaning that low now is a weak low until we put in a body closure up above that high. So we have what? Let's say one. Yeah, just the smaller swings. Yeah, this is the third swing. If we're looking at the smaller swing, the larger swing, it can happen something like this, right? Because remember, if we do get a closure, a body closure up above this high, that means that this is now a flip right on the low. If we don't, that means that flip is not yet validated. If this does come down, tap the 50 of the zone would suck because, you know, obviously I would have an entry down there. I do not have it right now. Just as you can see, the Apex account here, I do not have any entries here, and this is MNQ, right? I would have a 2-lot position here, risking 150 if there was a sufficient closure here. But no sufficient closure is there, so nothing from me here yet. Okay, cool. It's rejecting from that swing. Yeah, sometimes price can't do that, so you have us wicking just above that high. The rectangle. Yeah, just above that high, tapping the 50 and still delivering a 1-to-1. Yeah, of course, everything can deliver, but it's how much does deliver. That's why we have rules. That's exactly why we have rules. It's just accumulating here. It's crazy. I turned up. Oh yeah, I have a new song, a new deep house underground late night mix, royalty free, of course. Oh man, I wish there was more to comment on this price action. Just not a whole lot happening. Oh, if you did short this, which sadly was not valid, you did get violated. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you did. But yeah, this is a zone that I'm gonna be potentially longing. I have 6 minutes. 6 minutes left on that candle. Is there anything significant here other than that SNDR? It is. Okay. So I have this SNDR and the 4-hour SNDR. That's practically everything that I'm looking for in terms of upside, right? As I said, yeah, we can reject from these areas. Of course we can. I'm just looking for higher prices. So this area is obviously not going to drive price down all the way to the low, right? There's a low likelihood of this area right here delivering us the low. With that said, you know, never say never. Yo. We are slowly but surely, well, surely but slowly, surely, making our way higher. Now, as I said that, a red candle. Immediate. So we got that closure up above now. This is a protected low on the 1 minute. But it is also a sweep for my entry. We have 4 minutes and 40 seconds left. So how are you guys doing? Did you take any entries yet? 1 hour into the session, maybe? Anyone? 44, that's 2 on M. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna prep the ATM in case, right? Okay, and this is slowly making that rounding. No entry yet, yeah, that sucks. I mean, it's Friday. I hope you took anything in the week that was leading up to Friday. Maybe origin on the 5. Oh, on the 5. Okay, okay, bad. I am praying that the 15 does close above that black line. It is, however, mentally exhausting, right? Oh, you're waiting here. Sometimes it can be hours. You know, just watching price, you know what you have to look for, and it's just not printing. And you want to take the setup, but it's just not printing. That's a combat, like inner combat. You're basically arguing with yourself. Oh, I could take it, but no, it's the rules. But yeah, it looks fine. It's the rules. But yeah, it's gonna deliver. It's the rules. We have an inner dialogue. But yeah, sadly, this does look like rounding. And this is why you have such a high win rate. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I lose too, of course. I can have losing streaks, of course. It's just you gotta be able to control those urges. You gotta be able to be a master of yourself, your emotions. Trading is not all about the strategy. We know that. Patience, exactly. With the why. Look at this. Look at this. Chopping. Where is it stopping? Nowhere. Yeah, maybe an imbalance on the higher time. Again, 2 minutes left, right? That will be, if the candle closes up above the high, it will be the 15-minute, the first imbalance too, right? The 50. If we do get a closure, right? That chopping like Patrick Whelan. He's probably going into shorts here. getting cooked and then into longs and then just getting chopped up. Like the way he trades, it's truly fascinating. Like I couldn't, believe that a person could trade like that. But I guess, I mean, and the wild part is he does make money. Like he is withdrawing money from prop firms. I guess. Oh yeah. We're gonna have another 15 minutes. Looks like. 30 seconds on the 15. Yeah, I mean, of course they pay him, but he still has to trade. Like he trades live. That's what's so fascinating, right? He actually does trade those accounts live on stream. Oh man. So did we in fact get a body? Oh, we did. We got a body closure. Cool. I mean, I guess. Barely closed. I know it did close. Let me do this. This look like a higher time frame retracement is coming. Yeah, this is barely closed above, yeah. I mean, sitting here patiently reminds me of when I was impatient. Reminds me that those days where I could not hold still for a second. I had to be on the markets. I had to look for a setup. Every I was on the 5 second looking for this for the entry. Truly amazing. Let me switch to M&Q. Right? Oh, we have to yeah. So we got a 15-minute closure up above. Now some of you may say that's not a closure at all. I do classify that as a body closure. Now we're just waiting, right? So a 15-minute first imbalance that we have here. So the 50, where is it? Yeah, the 50 is right here of the first imbalance. But I don't trade imbalances. So I trade SNDRs. Not the prettiest of setups, but hey, I'll take it. Hope you guys are not copying this because I don't like this SNDR. I understand. Me too. But it's my entry, right? I have to take it. If an entry presents itself, I have to take it. Otherwise, And I am still long on price. I told you guys, I'm only looking for longs. If no longs present themselves, like I'm not gonna take it. Okay. Yeah, of course. We all have different, levels of discretion, levels of how we perceive price action. Let me just, yeah, the 30s. It's a little high. The SNDR. Yeah, so as I said, please do not copy me. Do not copy trade me. Please. Like, do your own analysis. This is me just showing you guys that it's possible. I'm just advising you not to take the same entries as me. Since you don't know the reason, well, probably you don't know the reasoning behind them. But yeah, we were looking for a long, like it did sweep this, well, the partial mitigation, it did. Now going a little higher. Is this also an MM in, oh buddy, I don't know. I'm not on the 5-second right now. But you can check if there's multiple mitigations on the 5-second, of course. But yeah, this is, I think Rust and Wing Sane will take this. Especially Rust. Yo, Rust, you already built up a reputation among the people. No, with Wing Sane does trade the same way as me, but I don't think with Wing Sane we most of the time have the same entries. Well, most of the time, not all of the time. Good luck, all. You know the market's choppy when you gotta wish luck. Nah, it's fine though. It did it's sweeping, now it's delivering. Man, yeah, just go without me. I don't need the money anyways, you know. I don't need them. I don't need the money. Yeah, just go without me, don't worry, bro. Oh man. Yeah, I know, this one's mostly too. And I think most of the time Rust is kidding. He is on, yeah, he is kidding. So, you guys gotta acknowledge that too. And, you know, with Rust in the Discord, we do joke a lot. That is going higher. I still have an entry here. I think he's kidding. For educational purposes only. Yeah, so this trading up above that high. Yeah, okay. I will still leave this entry up here because it's still valid, right? Someone has to be the sacrificial goat. Yeah, me. I'll be the sacrificial goat, don't worry guys. Don't you even worry. I'll take the loss. I can afford it, don't worry. So, us trading up above this, that's an interesting. Yeah, this isn't even a part of the 5-minute structure. It is a part of the 1 minute. It's not a part of the. Maybe it will turn into an MM. Maybe it will. Yeah. Okay. For that, I do see us, you know, going higher. I was talking about Rust. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have saved sacrificial man. Yo, I mean, I don't suggest you guys do this, but I did mention that what if, for example, I bought an eval for Marshall, my admin, and he just took the same, like the callouts. What kind of win rate would he have? What kind of win rate? Because, as it was proven, right, the trades that we were expecting rejections from did deliver. And yeah, I do say sometimes don't short this. Better that what he's. I don't think so. I don't think so. But yeah, around 70%, I would say. Yeah, around 70%. Just kidding. Yeah, man, I don't think so. His current strategy is a really high win rate strategy. It's just a rough month for the PB guys. Because if we just look at Patty, right? I don't think you know Patty, but Patty is one of the traders. Patty and Blake. Get that vanity eval. Yeah, they do have like large winning streaks. Large winning streaks. Counting the B's. Counting the B. If this now trades higher, this is only a part of M1. I am looking for still that buy limit. We'll see. Looks good on the 15 too. If the 15 goes and closes up above here, it would be like exactly a trade that I already took on streams. I think I marked it out on stream and then I closed the stream, and then price went higher and then lower to tap and deliver that 50. I think that's exactly what it did. But what you can see here, yeah, is a possible MM beginning to form. Yeah, exactly. But we do have that closure, that's 15 that I always talk about. Oh, it's been a while since I suffered a loss on stream. Would be interesting. Would be interesting. Nope. Taking losses as what they are is probably not the best idea. Yeah, you lost money. That's a fact, of course. You almost gotta delude yourself, right? Into saying, okay, it's also a fact, but okay. I took that loss. What did I do wrong? Did I do anything wrong? If you find something that you did wrong, write it down. Okay, I wrote it down. Now what? Now we're going to backtesting. Yeah, backtesting. It's a word. Yeah, and fix that mistake. Boom! It's as simple as that. And if you keep doing that, right? Even if you started on the live trading, even if you started live trading without backtesting for this, you will soon realize you're gonna spend more time behind backtesting charts than actual live trading charts, because you're gonna make so many mistakes that obviously could have been avoided with doing proper testing. And yeah, of course, you guys have you have the discount code, right? The Benchina, to get 25% off on Forex Tester. I am affiliated with them. It's just something that I always did, and I'm trying to, pass that on to you guys. So 746 is my entry. Let's see if I'm gonna get with Marshall, at least he has a BE, right? I either have a win or I have a loss. I used the 25 off this morning and it worked. Hey, lovely, love to hear it. Convenient as hell, that tester. Yo Wingsing, could you tell us your experience? I know I haven't asked you this in the end, but what is your experience? I really wanted to know. It's my personal kind of inquiry too, because I keep asking people, like, how is it? Do you like it? Because it has all the features of FX replay, but it's more than FX replay, right? There's a lot that you can do. Like, if you buy the lifetime, for example, if you can afford the lifetime, I would definitely go for the lifetime pro, right? It's a damn good investment in yourself, in your trading. That's, a plus investment is always backtesting software. Then it's the evals, then it's the courses or whatever. You don't have to buy courses, of course you don't, but that's like the third on the chain if we're looking at investments into trading. It's backtesting, evals and BAs, the fees to trade, and then it's maybe a course. Because you want to get those reps in first. You don't need a course, we all know that. You don't need a mentorship at all. We all do know that. But if your goals are to succeed in a short period of time, yeah. I've been playing in a route more than actually using it yet legitimately, but it's so awesome to have everything together: journal, backtesting, stats, different project models all saved. Exactly, and it's so easy to journal too, and to paste in screenshots and whatever, and you have a random pair, you don't even know what you're backtesting, and you can still get your reps in. You don't even know where you are in price. You can have a random date. You can have a fake date, I think. Yeah, you don't know when the price action happened, right? Because I know most people are like, oh, I know this. I backtested this in 2023 of July. Okay. But now you can't do that anymore. You don't even know where you are in price. You can't know for sure. You can just take the entry and hope just take the entry and wait for it to deliver or not, right? And this is slowly coming down to our entry now. So I love the most the nodes that you that have for you to develop. Oh yeah, that's the AI part is lovely too. Yeah, of course. And now it has futures too, and it's perfect. The advice, yeah. And I would recommend to get a larger sample of trades before you start believing anything that it says. Okay, like at least 150, 100 trades back tested, because it can't know off of 30 trades what your actual problem is, right? Yo, did the 15-minute close down? Yeah, because it's a bearish candle. Yes, make sure to have a large sample. But yeah, otherwise, I would have to give it an A+, right? I didn't even know they existed. Now I know, and I don't feel sorry at all. Because damn, is it a good platform. Okay, so the MM, right? It has to tap again, and I would look for it to deliver a 1-to-1 on the entire zone for it to be valid. I wouldn't really count, like I really need a rejection, right? A rejection off of the MM to solidify that, yeah, now it's an MM. Okay, now I don't think if they're listening to me I don't think if they're listening to me or what. Yeah, the 1-to-1 level is just up above. It also sucks because I took the yearly and I'm very satisfied with this one, the pro. Hey, I love to hear that, Ironic. I love to hear that. Love to hear that. Did it deliver? Yeah, I did. Okay. The 1-to-1 did deliver. Yep. Okay. Yo, Tora! Welcome to the stream. The 15-minute close above the previous high. Was that not a wick? Then the second one also a wick. Do you count that as a close above? Good morning. Okay. I do count that as a closure. I did talk about it on the stream. Yeah. With these closures, yeah, I do count this as a body closure up above the high. I do count it. But I did talk about it though. I did talk about it previously. It's a nice Well, it's not a nice closure. Yeah, it's not the prettiest of closures, but so is the price, right? The price is not the prettiest today, and it's Friday. So it was a body closure at 2M. What do you mean 2M? 2 million? 2 minute probably, but I don't have two. I can look at the two right now, but it did also close on the 5. It closed up above and on the 15 and on the 1. Yeah, it was a body closure all throughout. Only that 15 minute, yeah, while it is ugly, it's still a body closure. I wouldn't like for price to just absolutely shit through the zone. You know, just melt through. Then I would be not that happy. I hope you guys are not copying this. I'm gonna be mad at you if you're copying. If you're taking your model, that's fine. But if you're copying, on 15 minutes is a lot of wicks, yeah, I know. It sucks. Russ, don't take the shade, man. Yeah, I don't even know. I took a little scalp short. Hey, lovely. You know, you can profit anywhere, Benny. You can profit anywhere. I don't think Rust is even here with us. Rust is in La La Land right now. But somebody asked me, can an SNDR be an MM? Yeah, it can, right? It totally can. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Where's that man? Somebody get that man. I need him in case of a loss to feel better. And Wingsane. Oh wait, the Wingsane. Yeah, we can. If it's a loss, we're gonna take the loss together. Yo, Roro, look at you. Okay, taking a long. I didn't even see that. Okay, by symmetric doji. Okay, I just checked the Discord. Really nice trade. This SNDR. Wait, this SNDR has been tapped 3 times and delivered 1-to-1 on each tap. Oh, does that say something? But yeah, it is a possible MM entry, right? An MM being a sweep and delivering back into the range, and of course the 50 as well. But of course, after a high is tapped, right? Zigzag, accumulation, distribution, whatever. We have AMD here, don't we? The accumulation, distribution, well, manipulation, and yeah, whatever. I don't trade AMD, so I'm fine. But if any of you guys do, it is tapping this MM like a lot. It does not want to just watch it just go through. Only the origin can be an MM exactly. Otherwise, everything. The second swing, the third swing, the MM, well, the SNDR, the hidden SND, everything can be an MM. What cannot be an MM is the origin and the flip, right? It's practically the same thing. It's just the origin we do call it out after price is already delivering, but it's essentially a flip. Essentially, it is a flip. if I'm honest, I do not like the way we're well moving right now, but it possibly can be because we are near my well, my entry. So we're 10 points away. The whole entry is not that big. The whole entry is like 36 points. Yeah, not that big at all. Gotta hand it to NQ right now. Looking how price action moves, I won't take the trade. I don't like it. Okay. Cool, Iraq. Cool. Appreciate that. I mean, if you don't like it, don't take it, right? And damn. This is just, you know, playing with us. Well, with me. Let me go to the entry, but yeah, almost delivery 1-to-1. But let me let me come to the zone. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna put in a 15 minute closure. Okay, I put in a 15 minute closure. Okay, let me get your ass. Nope. Okay. I guess. This one belongs to the screenshots. I gotta take this. I closed at the tap of the 21 EMA. Yo, Benny, nice trade. Yo. Oh, you were trying to take me out, huh? You were trying to take me out. I see you. I see you. Yeah. Yeah, my model says that. Okay, bet. I mean, hey, we can have clashing models. It's let the best one win, right? I mean, it's not that. It's just if it says that, it says that. Can't do anything about it. Both can win. Exactly, both can win. And this is beginning to be a little annoying. a little annoying. I believe now it will sweep the MM. Okay. I mean, yeah, if it does sweep the MM, it does, you know, also take my stop loss. You could be correct. You could be correct. There was no mitigation of the 50 yet. But yeah, you could be correct. I do not want to be correct. I want to make money, right? As I said before, yeah, with all the, you know, calling of price and everything, yeah, it's I mean, it's fine. I'm just shading the car. Okay, finally, we are in the entry. Now, I do not want this to go through and through the zone completely, because it would be demoralizing. That's the best words that I can come up with. Demoralizing. But yeah, looks like it. With the heart. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be a straight stop loss. And oh, sorry, I'm not talking about. Yeah, I know. Don't worry, don't worry. I know that all of you have good hearts here. Nobody's really um trying to say anything bad. You know, I'm just executing my model. That's all. You know, it can have 2 losses in a row. Like, what can I do, right? It does look like a stop loss though. I hope you guys weren't copying this though. I hope you guys weren't copying. Because I did say on multiple occasions, do not, absolutely do not copy me. Unless it's your model, which you backtested. Because it could be one trade, you go full port it, and it lost, right? And now I'm responsible for it? I don't want to be. It's teasing the SL, it's gonna tap the SL. And we are out. Cool. Another loss, which is 2 losses in a row this week. So we are minus 2R this week, which kind of sucks. But hey, we always got another week ahead, right? So I'm not looking for any more setups. I hope that's clear, because I am one and done guy. I am one and done guy. My mom wins. I wish I had. Yeah, I mean, confidence does come from backtesting, right? Confidence does come from backtesting. So maybe backtest more. I'm not in a position to say anything because I did just take a loss. So yeah. I did say I do not want it to go through and through the zone. But it did kind of go through and through the zone. Me too, one and done. Yeah, I mean, if I take a loss, I take a win, it doesn't matter. I'm one and done. But if I was to take another entry, it would be definitely the second swing. I am still long on this. The bias had not changed. It's just, yeah, I took. You see these. I usually hold on to it, but shorting from higher time frame low is a little scary. Oh yeah, definitely scary, because technically you shouldn't, because stuff like this does happen. You know, these moves. I was in a solid win streak. Now I have 2 losses. So maybe next week we're gonna have. We should open up with a winner. So on Monday, right? We're gonna have a backtesting session on Sunday. Don't forget. Make sure to set reminders, guys. We're gonna have a backtesting session on Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure to grab your notes. We're gonna have your mistake maybe was to tab the 30. Nah, there was no mistake. Benny, it's a model that I execute. It's unfortunate, right? I don't look at, you know, partial mitigations. Partial mitigations are something that I'm looking for, right? The sweep of the will you take the 30% of the longer swing as the higher time frame? Ooh, I would take the 50. I would take the 50. It is probabilities, exactly. Yeah, taking a loss is bound to happen. Yeah, I mean, Iraq, that's something that you have to bank us though for the POIs. Yeah, the 30 can deliver. We all know that 30 can deliver a new high. It's in the strategy, right? Important thing is to not spiral when it happens. When a loss occurs, or two losses in a row, or 3, 4, 5, whatever it is, to not spiral. And, you know, start taking trades that aren't really a part of your plan. You know, but yeah, definitely the 50 though. Iraq. I would mark this. Yeah, I would mark that for a possible continuation higher. Make sure to look for a confirmation of sorts, or whatever buy stop or whatever you have, before you take any long-term buys. Okay, because we sweep that so I can take. Okay, you know, now it just seems like you want signal. Yeah, you can take the 50% as the POI. Yeah, you can trade off of it with confirmation, right? Okay, so I mean, I finished the day here with one and done, right? One trade. We have 2 hours of stream already covered, so this is gonna eventually. Yeah, this is gonna be it. Okay. Yeah, go look at it if it's gonna deliver from the 50. But yeah, thank you guys for coming here. Thank you guys for making my week. I'm gonna see you on Sunday, a fire backtesting stream. Okay. We have a lot to go through. A lot. Yeah. Thank you for coming, guys. Really appreciate it. So without further ado, take care. Tomorrow is gonna be a video day, so make sure to be tuned for that as well. Yeah. Yeah, take care, guys. Take care. Bye bye.